Hi guys. Clark, what's the matter? I think Clark is camera shy. Okay, so today I'm doing a live Q&A. I've been kind of inactive on YouTube and on social media in general this past week. I've just been feeling really tired all the time, and I just haven't been able to really do very much of anything. But I have not missed a week of giving you guys a video since I think I started this channel. So don't want to start now, and I decided to do a live Q&A for today with Clark. So I'm going to be answering some questions for you guys today and just talking to you guys. So Clark is here. Clark. Oh, thank you. Everybody likes Clark. Oh, Clark is a blue merle corgi. So I've been looking through some of the comments on the other video, what was it, the Feeding All My Pets video that I put out a few weeks ago. And there's one funny thing about that video that I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to share with you guys a secret. So in that video, there's a chicken that's pretty close to the camera and actually poops while I'm filming her. And I can't believe how many comments I've gotten from people saying that the chicken laid an egg. So that's not exactly what happened. It's pretty funny. Alright, so let's see what... Okay, I'm going to try to go through some of these questions. They come in really fast, okay, so I'm sorry I can't answer everyone's. Do you ride your horse bareback? If so... Do you ride your horse... Yeah, I think they meant bareback. Which one is better, English or Western? I think whichever one you prefer. There's no such thing as one that's better. It's just whatever you like. Do you still remember the first time you fell off a horse? Probably not. I've been riding horses forever, so I don't really remember any time that was like the first time that it happened. Have you ever considered breeding reptiles? No, not at all. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. It's just something I wouldn't even want to like try with. I actually don't even like having female reptiles because they lay eggs regardless of whether or not you breed them, and then it takes a lot out of them. And I went through the whole thing with my chameleon that was a female, and I just don't want any reptiles that are female anymore. Clark, I think I answered this one. Clark's a corgi. Why did you color your hair pink? Why didn't you color your hair pink? Do I have any advice for a new rabbit owner? Yes, check out my rabbit playlist to get more information from there. I actually did a care video and then like what to feed them and all of that. So don't give them a lot of vegetables when you first get your rabbit. Just kind of ease them into it. Otherwise you can make them really sick. Can I use a bioactive setup for a BTS using a heat mat? I'm not sure what you mean, but you can set up a bioactive terrarium and use a heat mat. That's actually what I have for my leopard gecko. Where are the other dogs? Well, unfortunately, I can only hold one dog at a time. Do you plan on having kids? Yes, in the future I do want to have kids. What's my favorite breed of dog? Corgis, of course. How could it be anything else? Um, how do you get a dog to stop jumping on other people? You just don't let them do it. You pull them down immediately. Yeah, definitely don't even let them start with those kind of habits. What's my favorite breed of rabbit? I don't know. There's a lot of really cool ones. I like Netherland dwarf rabbits. They're super cute because they're so tiny. But then also the Flemish Giants are pretty cool because they're so big. How many pets do you have in all? I have over 70 animals, but I also don't count the free-range birds because it's impossible to keep track of them. So I don't really include them in that number. Clark, like, what are you doing? I'm like, just died right there. Do you like unicorns? Yes, that's my favorite mythical animal. And Clark, I bought Clark. Some of my dogs I've adopted, and some of them I've gotten from breeders. So it's both. Do I have any CNC cages? No, I don't like CNC cages. Just because I have a lot of other animals around, and it doesn't really work for my household. Like, if guinea pigs are your only pet, then yeah, CNC cage is probably great. Clark is 1 year old. He actually just turned a year. His birthday's on Halloween. So he actually just had his birthday video is on my channel. I am not a veterinarian, no. What made you want to get prairie dogs? They were just really cool, so that was pretty much it. Their care requirements are really not difficult at all, so that they were cool and I could take care of them. Do you have any horses? Just because I don't know you that much. Yes, I have a horse. And I actually have a playlist on horses, so you should check that out. Okay, Clark, you can get down. They're so, like, long and hard to hold. A 10-gallon tank with a topper, a good size for 2 gerbils. No, they should have a 20-gallon tank. A 10-gallon tank is very small for gerbils. What kind of bird would you get a 10-year-old? Well, see, that's one thing people always ask me is, oh, can you do a bird care video? What type of bird should I get? I want a bird. And there are 10,000 different species of birds, so it's kind of like saying, what kind of mammal would you buy a kid? Or can you do a mammal care video? So I would say always kind of, if you're thinking about anything having to do with a bird, is limit it down to something because there's 10,000 different species. So I guess kind of focus more on what type of bird you're looking for. It's kind of hard to like give an answer on that because it's just too broad of a question. What made you want to get so many animals? I just really like animals, and it makes me happy taking care of them, so that's what I like. I guess that's about it. What's your oldest pet? My oldest pet is my horse. I've had her for 18 years, and so she's about 22. How can you tell if your dog is playing or fighting? Well, if they're just playing, they're not going to be aggressive. If they get real aggressive, then they're not playing anymore. If they're, actually trying to bite you, they're not playing. I cannot read this. It goes through too fast. What do you feed your guinea pigs? I actually have a guinea pig diet video, that's in the guinea pig playlist. So that shows you the vegetables and the food and all of that that you need. Will I ever get mice? I had a mouse on this channel last year, actually. I think everybody forgets about him, but no, I'm not gonna go out of my way to get mice. I don't really have a reason to want to get them right now. My mom won't let me get another guinea pig. What should I do? You should show her some information on guinea pigs. If you only have one guinea pig right now, then just show your mom some research showing that, guinea pigs are herd animals, that they do belong in groups, and just try to show her that it's part of taking care of guinea pigs. It's a care requirement. It's kind of like saying that you don't want to give the guinea pig food. It's part of their care. So I would say just try to show her information that shows that, instead of her thinking that you just want it because you want another pet. Now, what's your favorite video you've ever made? Actually, I think the feeding all my pets is one of my favorite ones. I thought that one came out really cool. Why don't you put collars on your dogs? I don't need to. My dogs, I don't take my dogs walking the way that other people would, like to a park or something like that. Since we are on the farm, they can just run around and get a lot of exercise with me while I'm out feeding the animals or just hanging out outside. And they don't need collars, so I just don't put them on. And my dogs are also very well trained and they listen very well, so I don't need to have anything on them in order to get them to come or to stay with me. So that's why I don't have collars on them. Can you do a video on hamsters? Cheesecake Kitty 77. There's a playlist on hamsters, so I've actually done a couple of videos on hamsters. Do I like fish? Of course I like fish. I have a bunch of fish, actually. How do I convince my mom to get me a turtle? I have 2 pets, but she does not like them, I guess. Well, just be happy that you do have 2 pets, because a lot of kids can't have pets. There's a lot of kids that watch this channel that aren't allowed to have any pets. So just be happy that you do have 2 pets, and then when you're an adult, you can save up and get turtles. And how do I convince my parents to let me get sugar gliders? I don't recommend sugar gliders for kids, so if you don't have a pet and you want a pet, you can check out the videos that I made about pets for kids and choose something that's, something that's going to be easier to take care of. I don't recommend sugar gliders for pets at all, for kids at all. Which animal is your favorite? I like all of the animals. Can you show us a video on your fish? Yeah, I'm going to be actually doing some videos on fish in the near future, so I think you guys will really enjoy that. Do you have to spay or neuter a rabbit? Thanks, I appreciate it. No. If you are keeping a rabbit, a male and a female together, then yes, you do have to get them fixed. But if you have one rabbit, or if you have, only females or only males, no, you do not have to get them fixed. I know people are always saying that, but it's kind of ridiculous. They always say that you have to, but honestly, they'll make a good pet for you if they're not fixed. What should I do to keep my puppies from running away? Any recommendations? Why are they able to run away? I think that would be the issue. Are your dogs just loose in the street? Because there's, you can't just let your dogs out of your house without a fenced-in yard or something like that. So They shouldn't be able to run away. There's no how to make them stay. No, it's how to make sure they don't leave your yard. Will you get a hamster? No, I don't think I'm going to be getting another hamster anytime soon. Peach was like my favorite hamster ever. It was so cute. Let's see. I want a service dog for my anxiety. What do I do to convince my parents to get me a dog? My mom always says that she'll get stuck taking care of pets. Well, you could talk to your therapist about it, and then, maybe you can go in together with your parents to your therapist and have a session about it, about talking about having a service dog for anxiety. So I would suggest that. And then I don't really know what else to tell you with that. I think probably also show them what service dogs for anxiety do. Maybe they don't know a lot about it, and maybe that's why they're not very convinced about it. But definitely talk to your therapist about it, and see if maybe you can have a session where you guys all discuss what would help you with anxiety. Would you ever get a cat? I think this person doesn't know I have cats. I'm 16 though. I don't know who said that. Maybe somebody I called a kid. I get a lot of comments from people who are kids saying, oh, a kid shouldn't have this animal, or, well, I'm not a kid. Anyone under 18 is a kid. So anytime I make a video for kids, or I say I don't recommend a certain pet for kids, I'm talking about anybody under the age of 18. Oh, Ashlyn John says, off your video of bad pets for kids, I made a presentation. Oh, that's cool. Well, I hope you got a good grade for it. I'm trying to go through these comments. What kind of fish do you have? I have like neon tetras, the glowfish tetras. Let's see what else. I have a really huge pleco fish. Actually, I have 3 pleco fish, but one is just like huge. It's the full-grown 12-inch fish that comes out in my Feeding All My Pets video. That's really cool. And then I have like guppies, things like that. Nothing really big, just mostly like small fish, but they have like a giant tank. How do you convince my mom to get me a rat? Do research first. You shouldn't be asking for a rat. You should be asking for at least 2. So that means you haven't done your research. So anytime you're going to ask your parents for a pet, you need to show them that you have done research instead of just asking for it because you saw one. Because maybe you wouldn't even be able to take care of it. Here's a funny comment. What would you recommend for a pet that is low maintenance and does not require a lot of attention, but not a fish, please? Fish are very high maintenance and actually require a lot of attention. Not like attention like how you would give a dog, like cuddling it and stuff, but fish are actually very high maintenance, and you have to do a lot of like water testing, checking the tank, and all of that. So I would never ever recommend fish as a low maintenance pet. That wouldn't even be near on the top of my list. What are your thoughts on labradoodles? I kind of see them as mutts mostly. I mean, they are cool dogs. I guess they're becoming a breed now, but a lot of the mixes I kind of just see as mutts. I think they're very expensive for mutts. What I've heard is that female rabbits are likely to get tumors if they aren't fixed. Is that true? Well, you can get cancer in any part of your body. The reason that they say to get the females rabbits fixed is they're trying to prevent unwanted litters. So it's a lot of people that are breeding the rabbits, like not even on purpose, and it's more of that. But you can get the rabbit can get cancer anywhere, so it's not just like, oh, if you take that organ out, they're gonna be fine. Like they could just get cancer somewhere else. What's a good diet for birds? Again, 10,000 different species of birds. So you're definitely going to have to narrow that down because since there's over 10,000 different birds, they have all very, very different diets. Some eat fish, some eat seeds, some eat plants. So if you know what kind of bird you have, then maybe I could help you. I got a female mare's parrot, and she's 7 years old, a rescue. Oh, that's so cool. Well, you should check out my parrot playlist. Parrots, for example, a lot of people think they eat seeds, and they should actually be having a diet of mostly fresh food, so at least 80% of vegetables with a little bit of fruit. Thoughts on cropping or docking. I actually have a whole video on I have a whole video on cropping and docking and doing actually all kinds of cosmetic surgeries on animals. Although, oh, you know what? I think that one got, someone flagged that video, unfortunately, and I think it got age restricted. But I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And you guys know that my corgis have their tails because that's the way that they are born. I can't get over the yuck factor of animals I really want, like rabbits and snakes. What should I do? I think just keep watching videos. If you think that they're yuck, I don't think that animals are for you. So, and you'd have to clean them and all of that. So probably just look at pictures and videos. Am I pregnant? That's a weird question. I get asked the weirdest questions on YouTube. Someone on Instagram the other day wanted to know when I go to church. Can you feed a hamster bread? No, you should not be feeding them bread. What diet would you recommend for budgies? So like I was saying, I did a video for parrots. Check that out in the parrot playlist, and that is for all species of parrots. I heard for ESAs you need a letter from a therapist, but service dogs you need a letter from a doctor. What about psychiatric service dogs? So for an ESA, you can have a letter from a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a doctor, or a therapist. For a service dog, you need a letter from a doctor. So even for a psychiatric service dog, it has to be from a doctor. So for example, a psychiatrist is a doctor, so you could actually get it from your psychiatrist. Is it okay to use wood chip bedding for guinea pigs? It depends on what type of wood it is for guinea pigs. Aspen is really good for small animals, but anything like cedar or pine is usually not going to be good for them. But aspen's really good. Hi from Brazil. Hi. Does bird poop smell? I think it doesn't smell as bad. It actually, you know, kind of depends on what species of bird. So I feel like I've repeated this like 4 times, but there are 10,000 different species of birds. For example, like parrot poop doesn't really smell, but peacock poop, that's some gross stuff. Do you have more information on training a therapy dog? Well, if you want to do therapy dogs, I would say get them a lot of exposure. Take them to pet stores and things like that, and just get them used to being around a lot of people. Before you take them to pet stores, you want to make sure that they are very well trained. So come, sit, stay, lay down, all of that, and that they do good with people. And then just take them out to pet stores and let people pet them and get them used to being, you know, around a lot of people. And then you can check with around your area and see if there's any therapy animal programs, because they're the ones that'll have the insurance and all of that. And then you can go with them to schools and hospitals and courtrooms and places like that to volunteer with your therapy dogs. So I would say just do a lot of training first, and then you can start working with your therapy dog in hospitals and places like that. Oh, how are my baby rabbit rescues? Really good, actually. They actually got rehomed, so they all went to the same home, so that was really awesome. I did kind of want to keep them at first, but since I have rabbits that are very large and they were a dwarf breed, I would have had to put them in a completely separate area, which I only kind of have 1 yard for rabbits right now, so unfortunately that wasn't going to work. But they did get a really good home, and it was really nice actually being able to raise them. How old are you? I am 25. When did I get my first pet? I have literally no idea. Probably wouldn't remember. Is it hard for you to take care of your pets? No, not really, actually. I really enjoy it, so it's not really work to me. It is a lot, you know, but when you like what you're doing, it's not too hard. Hi, from California. It says, are you Hispanic? I don't really identify as Hispanic. I'm Irish Native American, so I have some Hispanic, like one side of my family, but I don't know. It's I don't think I really qualify as that. I don't think a Hispanic person would actually call me Hispanic. My dog had some bad experiences with other dogs. Is there any way to make him friends? Some dogs just like being by themselves, and I don't think there's any reason to force a dog to be with another dog, especially if it's a dog that's only supposed to be in a home with one dog. So I don't think that that's really an issue at all. How often do I clean the cage for my guinea pigs? I clean their cage once a week. What's the biggest breed of hamster? Well, I think the Syrians are the biggest ones, because it's just all the same. Like, there's different names for the Syrian hamsters, like panda hamsters or teddy bear hamsters. They come up with like all kinds of stuff for them, but it's the same animal, really. Excuse me, my crested gecko poops on me. Is that a bad thing? Well, when you have a pet, they poop on you. So. Someone says, hello from America. Have I ever been sprayed by a skunk? No, I've never been sprayed by a skunk, actually. I'm too fast to get sprayed by them. Somebody put up like a bunch of emojis. YOLO clan. That's a lot of emojis. There's a camel in there and a unicorn. Hi from West Virginia. Why do I like making YouTube videos? I get to connect with a lot of people from all around the world making YouTube videos, and I just love helping people learn how to care for their pets. That's really cool. Do I ride a llama? You don't ride llamas. It's kind of like asking someone, do you ride your dog? People don't ride llamas. What's my favorite goat breed? Nigerian dwarfs are my favorite. It is 8:46 here, although it feels really late. Ever since the time changed, the sun goes down and I feel like it's really, really late. Let's see. Dark Wolf says, would you consider getting another sugar glider or a marmoset? I will sub if you consider. Don't sub. I do not do that for subs. If somebody tells me, oh, if I will do this for them, they'll sub to me, then definitely don't sub. I don't think this is the right channel for you. Because I get my animals based on, if I can care for them, if I can provide for them, if they're going to be in a really good home here. Definitely, I do not get animals for subs, so I would just prefer you not sub. Alright guys, don't write your phone numbers in these comments, okay? You don't know who's looking at this. I don't know if it was a kid that wrote their phone number, but if you're a kid, don't write your phone number here, please. This is completely public, and somebody could contact you that is not me. So please don't write your phone number. I won't ever be contacting you from YouTube with a phone number, so if you do ever get contacted by somebody saying it's me, it is not. It's really, really dangerous to be writing your phone number here. In Singapore, it is 11:47. Well, I know you're, let's see. It's 9:47 in Texas. Texas has 2 time zones. That's how huge it is. So it's not 9:47 in all of Texas. Greetings from Finland. It says Peppy Bieber. Trying to look for some more questions here. Where do you get your pets? I think that meant. I get pets from breeders, from rescues. I adopt them. Bought pets from pet stores. So basically, anywhere you can get a pet from, I've gotten a pet from. Expos. Rescued my pets. Are you allergic to anything? Not allergic to any animal. That's all I'll tell you. Not allergic to any animals. Do you get your pets from private breeders? Some of them are private breeders. I always make sure that they're, taking very good care of their pets. For example, when I was looking for a breeder to get Clark from, well, this was way, way before Clark was even born, there was breeders that would breed the dogs like back to back and just all the time and constantly be having puppies for sale. And it's like, well, those ones I'm definitely going to stay away from. So it took me a long time to actually find a breeder that I was comfortable getting a dog from. Greetings from Michigan. Oh, hi from the Philippines. Hi, Sean. Does a bioactive leopard gecko terrarium have problems with humidity? I don't have any problems. Actually, my leopard gecko is still very young. He's big, but he's still very young, so he sheds like all the time. And he always sheds really great, so I don't think there's any problem that I'm having with that. Oh, greetings from Tokyo. Hi. Can a crested gecko live with more crested geckos? That's a hard question because, for example, I have 2 male crested geckos living together, which everyone gets like really upset and offended by, but they do really, really good together. And I actually got them together because the crested gecko that I had before was living with another crested gecko before I got him. And then that crested gecko died, and I ended up with him from the previous owner, and he just wasn't doing good. Like, he didn't want to eat, he didn't want to do anything, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm going to get another male and put him in there, and they do great together. They're actually always together, and after he got his companion, they just were thriving. So they've been together for 2 years, and they're adults. So it works out for them. But it's something that's very difficult. Like, if they started fighting, I would have to separate them. And I had to really watch them for a long time when I first put them together. It's not something that people recommend that you do. And I think that if you don't have a lot of experience with reptiles, you probably shouldn't try it. Usually, one crested gecko will be okay by itself. Do I need to put calcium powder on my sugar glider's food? If they sometimes eat the glider complete. It depends. If they're eating the glider complete on a regular basis, you don't need to. If they pick at it and they usually don't eat it, then you probably should supplement their calcium. Can you make a care routine for Petunia? Oh, that's actually a pretty good video idea. I have like information on her, like meals and things like that, but I think a care routine is probably a good idea. Somebody writes to answer me. I don't know what your comment is if you just write that. That's not helpful. Would you ever get a crocodile? Probably not. I don't want a pet that can eat me. Will I ever get a Yermnex? Probably not. When will the video end? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have to go to bed? I guess it's late. I actually do need to. It's going to end in about 2 minutes because I wanted to try to be here for about 40 minutes. Casey Gamer, you are rude. Okay. Why are you here then? Do I have a tarantula? No, I don't have a tarantula, actually. I've never really been interested in getting one. I mean, they're cool, but I just, I don't know. I never wanted to get one. But I think they are cool. Husky lover, don't leave. I'm sorry. I have to leave eventually. Do you think litter training a hamster works? I think they kind of just decide where they want to go. Peach actually was very good about having a little bathroom area, and I would clean just that spot a lot of times. But it's not really something you train them to do. I think you kind of just hope that they go in one area. I don't think you can really make them go like put a box in there and, you know, make them go in that. Kind of depends on, you know, the hamster too. Okay, so I have like 1 minute left, so let me try to answer some of these questions. Does anybody have a question they really need answered? Why chat? Okay. A lot of people like for me to do these live Q&As where I just sit here and talk to you guys. It's not for everybody, but I know some people like it. Does it take long to edit videos? Yes. You can like lose 4 hours before you know it, like just sitting there editing a video. When I first started YouTube, it took me a really long time to edit videos. Now that I've, been doing this for a while and I've gotten more used to it and gotten better at editing, it doesn't take as long, depending on the type of video. If it's a video that has a lot of different clips from filming in different places, then yes. If it's a video where I'm just talking in front of the camera, then I can edit it pretty fast. So just, but yeah, it does take a long time. I think that's the... Oh, H2O Plants. Oh, snap. Hi. You guys got to check out H2O Plants for planted aquariums. They have really, really great stuff. And you're not going to get like small half-dead plants. No, you're going to get big plants. They're really nice. Alright, well, I actually have to go now. So, thanks so much for joining me for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And definitely go to my Instagram and Facebook pages where I post up every day. And then you guys can check out there, leave some comments. I'll try to answer you guys. So, thanks, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!